So the first piece that we're going to be playing is called The Millipede and I. Yesterday, the Millipede and I, well, we didn't get very far. I got a half a block or so, then sat on the stoop to drink coffee, look up at the clouds. The Millipede, when I returned, had moved but an inch or two on the bathroom windowsill. I wonder if he was having the same thoughts as me about mortality and the passage of time. The next poem is called The 10 Faraway Views of a Landscape. And it was inspired by a recent trip which my sister and I took to Japan. Beyond lacquered red gates, a bird trills in the dark green forest. The light rapidly fades on the throngs of tourists. At Himeji, our first Zen garden, cicadas thrum in the wet, lush heat, while my sister and I hiss at each other across the pond. Birds hop from branch to branch, and orange carp dive suddenly for food. We sit together but apart with our thoughts, looking at 10 faraway views of Mount Fuji, which obscures itself and then reappears, like our limbs' reflections in the 3 springs. The last piece is something I named My Urban Farmer, with a nod to Mr. Poe. It was inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's Nevermore, and is a little parody of This Neighborhood made with love. Once upon a midday clear, in a lovely little urban garden, I thought I spied a warrior near, holding a scythe in his right hand. But no, I was mistaken. He told me, and how we laughed. He was a city farmer, resuscitating a long-dead craft. Of course, he was a vegan, my lovely Brooklyn man. So for Thanksgiving, I cooked tofurkey, and for Christmas, slaved over seitan. But then he upped the game to gluten-free. And so, one day, I couldn't help it. I really had to eat some meat. I thought I kept it secret from him, but then he saw me littering, trying to lose that damn receipt. He seemed ready to forgive me, until I asked if we could take a break from cashew ice cream for a while. With that, he moaned and charged at me, and then he swung that scythe from side to side. He later gave me pardon. This is true. But his apology was made in vain, since my head is now buried in that garden, along with several of his ex-wives. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Lorenz. Enjoy the rest of the evening. You've been a great audience.